Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We'll start with reviewing the questions that we stopped with yesterday. Okay, so number one, we should start from here. Huh? 1519. Okay. Number one, rarely, when I start a sentence with rarely, I should do what? I should invert. Correct. Invert. So rarely, blah blah blah, located near city. What do you think? D. Yes. D. Nearly are observatories located near cities. Correct. There are geographic, economic, and cultural reasons why around the world.
C.
Why? We need a subject and the verb. We need a subject and the verb. ازاي يسي يا أميرة? Why get هنا in the middle of the sentence? We need subject and verb. Okay. Why diets differ? Correct. Why diets differ? عشان get in the middle يعني subject to verb مش verb subject. Number 3, were. طيب أنا عندي جملة بتبدأ ب were. It starts with were. The sentence here starts with and it ends in a full stop. Okay? Starts with a were and it ends in a full stop. It doesn't end in a question mark. يبقى ده inversion. يبقى ده أكيد if. It is if conditional, second conditional, but inverted. Correct? Were.
C.
طيب ما احنا where the US Army Corps of Engineers does not, where و does not يعني عندنا where و does two verbs.
D. Not spending.
We're not spending. فين السبجكت؟ احنا عندنا where the verb عاوزين بعد منه subject.
A.
Where the US Army Corps of Engineers not spending millions of dollars, comma, the coastline would be changing. Where وبعدين subject to verb. آسف. Where the verb وبعدين subject. Number 4, nowhere. It starts with nowhere, so we need an inversion here. Nowhere.
C. Are retail trade figures.
Thank you very much. Number 5, New York City's Central Park is nearly twice as large.
D. As
is the second smallest country, so D can work. والله as the لا مفيش as the. لو كان في عندنا option as the, if this option was there, it would have been also correct, as the second largest. Okay, because the verb here is optional. So number D is correct. Okay, number 6, potassium has a valence of +1 because it usually loses 1 electron when with other elements.
B. It combines.
When it combines. Thank you very much. We can reduce this, correct? It can be what if we want to do reduction here, it would be when
Combining.
When combining. Thank you very much. The economic background of labor legislation will not be mentioned in this course, comma, be treated.
Nor
unionism. Thank you very much. We need, after nor we need verb subject. Number 8, space test positive for antibiotics when tanker trucks arrive at blah 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 according to federal law.
Doctor, the conditional converted or not?
بص كده على بص, look at the second clause. According to federal law, the entire interrupt must be discarded. So yes, it can be second conditional. So inverted. So should milk. If milk is test positive, if milk is tested, and C, if C is correct, it would be if milk is tested positive, blah blah blah. Okay, so the answer is A. Should milk test positive? If milk should test positive, it must be discarded. Number 9, located behind the 2 lacrimal glands.
C. Each eyelid.
Located each eyelid. وفين الverb؟ C لو قلنا C R بالضبط R correct. Correct.
Each
Number
eyelid the object of preposition.
Yes. Good. Very good. Because there's here place expression of place. Number 10, only for a short period of time space run at top speed. Only, if it starts with only, then we need inversion only.
B.
Do cheetahs run at a top speed? Okay, very good. Any questions so far? Okay, number 1. Variety of flowers in the show, comma, from simple carnations to the most exquisite.
B. There was a white.
Exquisite. إيه اللي أنا بقوله؟ There was a number what? Number B. There was a wide variety of flowers from simple blah 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 to exquisite roses. Okay. The wedges space dart board are worth from 1 to 20 points each. The wedges
D. On a
dartboard بالظبط. هنا prepositional phrase. The wedges is a subject and the verb is are. This is a simple structure. مفيش أي حاجة. Simple structure. Number 3.
His company is
producing many movies. برضه simple structure. لا مش simple structure. It's a complex structure. After subject and verb. Number 4. That Emily Dickinson wrote. 24 were given titles. 24 subjects were given verb. And 7 were published.
I answered D.
D. طيب لو قلنا D. The 1800 poems subject verb that Emily Dickinson wrote, comma subject verb. ينفع؟
I think Dr. first phrase
So هي A.
object of preposition of the 100.
أيوة بالضبط. A. ليه؟ Why A? Because we have here a subject and a verb. 24 subjects were given a verb. Okay, we have a subject and we have a verb. So when we have a comma before the subject and the verb. طيب, if we add before this clause another subject and verb, then we need a connector. لو قلت لي there were number B, there were 1800 poems, subject verb, and then comma subject verb, no connector. So B is wrong. Because the 1800 poems that Emily Dickinson wrote, because كده ايه اللي حصل يعني؟ مفيش حاجة. Doesn't make any sense, doesn't make any meaning. Okay, so the answer is A. Of the 1800 poems that Emily Dickinson wrote, 24 were given titles. Okay?
What kind of connector this, Doctor? Of this يعني
This is no connection. This is a prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase. زي ما اقول in the garden you can find some مش عارف ايه. In the garden you can find subject verb. عادي. Prepositional phrase. Since an immediate change was needed on an emergency basis, since subject verb, comma.
D. It was proposed.
It was proposed. Thank you very much. Since subject verb, comma subject verb. A typical complex structure. In the Morgan Library in New York City of medieval Renaissance manuscripts.
A collection.
C is a collection.
Is a collection. هنا عندنا it starts with place of expression. مفيش أي verb. There is no verb whatsoever in this clause, so we need a subject and a verb. But it starts with a place of expression, so we invert it. Is a collection of.
Is a collection of.
Any questions? Any problems? Are we all good? We're all fine? Some fishing fleets might not have been so inefficient in limiting their catch to target species, space more strict in enforcing penalties. Some fishing fleets might not, subject verb.
Had the government been?
If conditional, but I don't know how can I correct it.
Might not have been. This is third conditional. This is third conditional. Third conditional يعني إيه؟ يعني perfect past and past participle. Had the government been? If the government had been more strict. If the government, number B would have been correct only if there is been here. If the government had been more strict. Okay? ما ينفعش أقول if the government had more strict. We cannot say this. We cannot say if the government had more strict. Number 8. Dewey Decimal System currently used in libraries throughout the world, comma, all written works into 10 classes according to subject?
Was divided.
A.
Was divided.
Okay.
No.
The Dewey Decimal System subject currently بص في هنا 2 commas comma شايفين الكومه ديت؟ You see this comma? Currently used blah 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 نقفل الكومه the comma another comma here so the comma is now this is a reduced relative clause. All written works. What is the verb? Do we have a verb for this subject? The Dewey Decimal System. Do we have a verb?
Well, works.
So B divides.
Divides. All written works.
Divide.
Divides.
Oh,
Correct?
it's a noun.
Again, we have a subject. We have a subject, the Dewey Decimal System. And then between 2 commas, we have a relative clause. Delete this relative clause if you would like to see better. Delete it as if it does not exist. The Dewey Decimal System, all written works in 10 classes according to subject. Where is the subject? The Dewey Decimal System divides all written works into 10 classes. Now this sentence is clear. How do you make it clear for yourself? Delete the relative clause as if it doesn't exist. It's between 2 commas, so you can delete it. Okay. طيب. Individual differences in brainwave activity may shed light on why some people are more prone to emotional stress disorders
D.
than are others. Correct. Or than others are. This is also a possible answer. Or you can say also than others. All these are correct answers. Number 10, squeezed, comma, the orange juice in a 1 cup serving provides twice, blah, blah, blah. The orange juice subject provides verb. So we have here a comma and then subject verb. What do you think?
A.
It is freshly squeezed. Subject verb, comma, subject verb. Can we do this?
I think it's C. You freshly squeezed?
Can we do this? Can we subject verb, subject verb?
No.
We need connector.
Yes.
So if freshly.
If freshly squeezed, يعني if it is freshly squeezed, and this is a reduced structure. If it is freshly squeezed, blah blah blah, and we omitted the subject and the verb. So it's what? It's a reduced structure. This is a reduction. Okay, because it should be passive. If it is freshly squeezed, we remove it. We remove it. Here. Clear?
Yes. Now clear.
So the answer is B. Questions?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's tricky. This question is tricky because it's combined between the reduction, not an if statement, it's reduction in the statement itself, not in the if. So it's a tricky question.
Yes, it is. Okay, so everything clear for now? Shall we move ahead?
Yes.
Okay. Where we start? Make inverted verbs agree. I think we, yes, we did this. Yeah, okay, make verbs agree after certain words. Yeah, this skill is very easy. Okay, after certain words, the verbs are always singularized. It's always singular. Okay, these words are always singular. And mind you, some of them are one word, like anybody. You see, one word, no space, because some people leave space here. But anybody is informal. I don't want you to use this word informal writings. This is an informal word. Clear? Somebody is also informal. Body. The word body in general is nobody. Everybody. Okay? These words are informal. Do not use them in formal writings. And are they singular or plural?
Singular.
Yes, singular. Okay. Is it clear so far? Clear so far?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone? Anything? And mind you, it's one word, no space here, because I always see you make mistake in this area. You always leave a space. You write it like any space one. Everyone, also no space. Everything, there's no space. No one, space. Nothing. Someone, something. Each, anything. Each student. Each class. Each book. Each glass of coffee. Each anything. Every plus anything. Every student. Every man. Every father. Every nation, every country. These all expressions are always followed by singular nouns. Easy? I told you the next skills are going to be easier than the last ones, correct? Okay, now I want you to do these questions. I'll give you exactly 1 minute. You can start right now. Okay, let's do it together. The president felt that no one were better suited. No one?
Correct. No one.
Incorrect ازاي يا جدعان؟ يا
Incorrect.
جدعان correct ازاي يا جدعان؟
Because no one where
No one ها
Is
One was.
was
Was.
ومش ويا اخوان مش was مش
Was.
who
Was.
not who was. No one should be followed by what? By singular, not plural. No one was better. Okay. Everybody participating in the fundraiser are
is incorrect.
is to
Correct.
return. So because of the law number of orders, nothing has to be done.
Correct.
Correct.
Every time someone take unnecessary breaks.
Incorrect. Takes.
How can I make it correct? Takes.
Takes.
Thank you very much. Takes. Anybody who goes to the top of the Empire State Building is impressed.
Correct.
Correct. Every man, woman, and child in this line are required.
This is a tricky.
This is not tricky at all. We have the rule after every singular. خلاص. No tricks.
Even if a number of nouns after that.
It's always singular. Every is followed by singular noun and the verb agrees with this. Okay. Man, it's only one man. Woman, only one woman. And child, only one child. In this line is required. So this is, I'm sorry, incorrect. Okay. Clear? No tricks. No tricks. It's very straightforward, very simple and clear. It is nice to believe that anything is possible.
Correct.
The company reiterated to reporters that no one have been.
Yes.
Incorrect, I'm sorry. Incorrect, I'm sorry. Incorrect, has been. Okay. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, can you do these 10 questions? I'll give you 1 minute. Okay, the contract signed by the company has been provided because some stipulations were not met.
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
What is incorrect about it?
I will put or after contract.
The contracts are signed by the company has been. So we have here two verbs. If we say the contracts are signed, has been.
I think the contracts signed by the company have been.
Have been. Thank you very much. So this is incorrect. And here it should be have been. Okay. Clear? Any problems?
No.
10 miles beyond the river was the farmlands that they had purchased with their life savings. 10 miles beyond the river was the farmlands.
I think it's where
Incorrect.
the farmland.
How can I make it correct?
Where?
Farmland.
Were. Thank you very much. Each package that is not properly wrapped have to be returned.
Incorrect.
Has
How can
to be.
Has to be. Very good. And by the way, it's pronounced as have to, not have to. شوف انا بنطقها ازاي have to. And there is it's a schwa. It's not to. Have to. Has to. Has to. She would not have to enter the house through the bedroom window where the keys were they were supposed to be.
Incorrect.
I think it's correct.
Yeah.
Because it's if conditional.
It's
and
if conditional.
inverted.
If
And
she
inverted.
would not بالضبط, she would not have to enter the house through the bedroom window if the keys were where they were supposed to be. If the keys were أيوة, it's correct. Okay, I will. If the keys يعني كده if the keys were where they were supposed to be. Now this sentence is correct. It's perfectly okay. صح بس it's inverted. The
Yes.
proposal brought so much new work to the partnership that there was not enough hours to complete all of it. What do you think?
Were not enough hours.
Thank you very much. Were not enough hours. The box of the discs for computer have been misplaced.
Incorrect.
How can I make it correct?
Has.
Thank you very much. Because it's one box. It's one box of discs. Okay. It is disconcerting to believe that every possible candidate has been rejected for one reason or another.
Correct.
Correct.
Correct. Okay, number 8. Only once have there been more excitement.
Has.
Thank you very much. Has been more excitement. Excitement is singular or uncountable, so it should be has. Bobby has a bigger bicycle than does the other children in the neighborhood.
I think correct.
Then does the other children? Can we say then does the other children?
Do.
And do. Okay. If nobody have, what do you think?
Has.
Has. Look at this sentence. It has another problem. It has another error. Now, if nobody has bought this car from the dealer, then you should return and make another offer. We said before we only use one connector. Don't use two connectors. You cannot say if then, if so. مش كده؟
Yes.
Only one connector. Okay, let's take these questions as homework. TOEFL skills 2030 to 2023 and 1 to 23. Let's take them as homework. Okay. Parallelism, my love, huh? Okay. In English, we have something called parallel structures. Okay, what are parallel structures? When you have more than one structure in the sentence, sometimes all the structures need to be parallel. Parallel, what is the meaning of parallel? It means they all have to be the same. Okay, they have to be the same, exactly equal. And this is a very important skill in grammar, and we will take them now. If you say, for example, I like to sing and dancing. Can you say I like to sing and dancing? It's either you say I like singing and dancing, or you say I like to sing and to dance. Okay? I like to sing and to dance. Now this sentence is correct. Or you can say I like singing and dancing. Okay, so you use here gerund and gerund, or infinitive and infinitive. Clear? Clear. This is a very simple illustration of what parallelism is. We can use parallelism with coordinate conjunctions like and, but, or. Okay. I need to talk to the manager or the assistant. Okay. Here, you mean you talk either to this one or to that one. So you have a noun phrase is parallel with another noun phrase. Okay. So you decide on parallelism based on the structure. What do we have or a noun phrase? So what do we have before or a noun phrase? So what do we have after or another noun phrase? Okay. She is not a teacher, but a lawyer. What is here before but? Noun phrase. So after but, another noun phrase. You can choose from activities such as hiking and kayaking, gerund, and so on and so forth. Okay. He only eats and sleeps, verb phrase and verb phrase. She invites us to her home, but never talks with us. Okay. Before but, what do we have before but? A verb phrase. So what do we need after but? A verb phrase also. My boss is sincere and nice. Adjective and adjective. That exam that she gave was short, adjective, but difficult. Another adjective. Okay. Class can be interesting, adjective, or boring. You see what I mean? What comes after before something must be equal to what comes after this something. Before and after and. Before but and after but. Before or and after or. Okay, you ask yourself, what do we have before and? It's a noun phrase. Then we need a noun phrase after and. What do we have before but? A verb phrase. So we need a verb phrase after. But what do we have before or? We have an adjectival phrase. Then we need an adjectival phrase after or, and so on and so forth. Okay? Clear? It's the same structure, and but or same structure. Okay? Is it clear? This is the simplest illustration of parallelism. Parallelism will get a little bit more difficult as we develop. Can you answer questions 1 to 10? I'll give you 1 minute. Are we all here? I don't know. Can you hear me? You all went silent.
Yes.
Okay. 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 Can we answer questions 1 to 10?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Okay. She works very hard, but usually gets below average. What do you think?
Correct.
Correct.
Why incorrect? What's wrong about it? Before but, we have a verb phrase, and after but, we have a verb phrase. So this is correct. You can also, there is another way to say this sentence. There is another way. If you say, for example, look at this sentence. She works very hard, but she always gets low grades. Is this sentence correct? Yes, it's perfectly correct. Why? Because it has subject, verb, comma, connector, and boys, subject, verb. Okay. But this is another sentence. She works hard, but gets low grades. This is again another correct sentence. Why? Because but here is not a coordinate conjunction. This is not a compound structure. This is a simple structure. Okay? But it has parallel structures. Gets is parallel with works. Okay? And in this case, we don't need a comma. In the second case, we don't need a comma. Why? Because this is not a compound structure. It's a parallel structure. Quiz? Clear?
Okay. Yes, clearly.
But I would like to ask you another question. Which is better in terms of language? To use the first sentence or the second sentence?
First sentence, what is combined?
Well, I would go for the second for another reason. Your English writing should be succinct. What is succinct? Succinct means when you carry the most meaning, succinct. This word means this word. This is a very important word. Your writing should be succinct. يعني إيه succinct? يعني to carry more meaning with a little number of words. So look at this sentence, how big this sentence is, and this sentence is smaller, but it carries the same meaning. Okay, so it's in English when you deliver more meaning with less words. This is better. This is more rhetorical. This is more succinct. This is better in English. Because it shows you can master your language better. Number 4.
This is not low grade sentence. This is high grade sentence.
They are both correct. They are both okay. But I'm talking about something else. If you can deliver the same meaning with less number of words, then you should go for the less number of words. However, again, I need to say that in your writing, in your academic writing, in your IELTS writing, you need to demonstrate that you know compound structures and complex. So you must use a compound structure somewhere.
Okay.
Redundancy.
Mm-hmm. So the speaker introduced himself, told several interesting anecdotes, and finishing with an emotional plea. And
Incorrect.
And what? How can I make it correct?
Finished.
Finished. Yes, finished. Thank you very much. You should know when the program starts and how many units you must complete.
Correct.
Correct.
The term paper he wrote was rather short but very impressive.
Correct.
Correct. We have adjective before but and adjective after but. So this is correct. The suggested taking plane this evening. She suggested taking the plane this evening, or that we go by train tomorrow. What do you think?
Going, that we going.
Thank you very much. Or going. Or going. Why?
Yes.
She suggested taking or going. She suggested taking or going. مش كده? The dean or the assistant dean will inform you of when and where you should apply.
Correct.
Correct. There are papers to file, reports to type, and those letters should be answered.
letters and letters should be answered.
And letters to answer. مش هنا papers to file, reports to type, letters to answer. However, can we say about this structure that it is wrong? It can't be wrong. Why? Because we have a comma before and we have subject and verb. So it's a compound structure. It can be a compound structure as it is, and it's correct. Or if you would like to make it a parallel structure, then there are papers to file, reports to type, and letters to answer, and letters to answer, and letters to answer. You got me?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, the manager needed a quick but thorough response. Thorough, what is thorough? Thorough means detailed, not through. This is not through. There is an O after the TH. Thorough means detailed. A quick but thorough response.
Correct.
Correct.
Doctor, we consider number 9 correct?
Number 9, we cannot say it's incorrect because before and we have a comma, and after and we have a subject and a verb. So it's a compound structure. We cannot say it's incorrect.
No, I'm saying it's correct.
It is correct, yes.
Yes, okay.
There are papers to file, reports to type, and those letters should be answered. Well, this is a correct structure. Again, you can go for parallel structures. There are papers to file, reports to type, and letters to answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Type. This skill is not that easy. I don't go for making it by the end of a class. Let's start our next class with this skill. Okay. I don't want to end the class with this because this is very important and a bit complex, a bit complicated. So I don't want to end my class with this. It's not very wise. Okay, so let's stop here. You have homework, not very difficult. You'll answer those questions, okay? And we'll start with answering these questions next time and tomorrow, inshallah. And then we move to parallel structures with, okay? Any questions? Any problems? Any questions? Any problems? Okay, thank you very much, and see you tomorrow, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.
Thank you.
Nice.